Welcome to Lockie and Lukey. Today we are replacing the knob on the gear lever and making it all shiny.
Hi guys, today we've got a new gear knob that I would like to put on. It's actually, I think, a Land Rover 2 gear knob, but it's very similar and I like it because it's a little bit bigger and looks cool than the original Rover P4 gear knob. So this is the original. It's looking a bit tired and weathered. They're pretty easy to take on and off. It's just a threaded insert there and a nut to loosen it, and I want to swap it over for this one. It'll look a lot nicer. Slightly bigger. The only thing I need to do is I need to insert, and there isn't any readily, but I think I have a plan of what I can do to make one up, so I don't have to wait forever for it to be posted from the UK. So let's get started. Okay, so it looks like they don't have the inserts, but I'm going to make up my own using the M6 from in here and put it in there. Okay guys, here's where we're at now. So I've got this. I need to get this permanently put in this hole and raise it a bit up and then fix it in that hole so that I can then use it as a fixture. Onto here. I'll just confirm that it actually is the correct thread type, even though I did actually use the thread checker at the place to check this, but I think before I start fusing it, I'd like to make sure that it is indeed the same thread. The thread checker says yes, let's hope that this says yes. Maybe it's not a standard thread, which means I will have to make something if it's not. Okay, I've switched to plan B. This is actually going to be the custom insert. I'm just getting it mated up to the grooves before I set it inside of the actual lever. I want the grooves imprinted in it and I want it to expand to the size required so that it will have a firmer grip when I actually have it inside the lever. And this will be our new adapter, essentially, to convert the big hole to the correct non-M6 standard thread size. Must be a British non-metric standard. So I don't know if you can see because of the focus, but I actually have the grooves now in there. So that's the next step. Now I need to get this firmly inside of the gear knob permanently. Okay, so I have to fuse this into here, into the center, and I've sized the height and it already has the threads. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this multi-purpose putty and if my cameraman could step back a little bit, then you might be able to see it better. So I'll use some of this. I find the best way to do this is just to cut a bit off. So, and then I'm just going to grab the scissors. And then And I'm going to reseal it because this does start to set if you don't keep it sealed. And then we knead this putty, and the moment you start kneading it, it starts to do the chemical reaction between the white and the darker parts, and it will go hard very fast. So I knead this, and we're going to use it to hold in the portion of the lever thread that we've made out of plastic. So what I might do is just start to wrap it around this so that when I insert it, it takes up all the space in there. And then we try and seat it in neatly. In the center, and then just fill in any gaps. I've probably got too much putty, that's okay. As long as I don't put the putty into the hole, because that's gonna not work if I do that. Just putty around it. And now I'm just going to keep compacting it in because we want it to really be in there. So I keep getting little bits more and keep pushing it down deeper into the lever. The more compact, the less likely it's going to spin when you're trying to attach it. Like that. Now I just got to smooth it off a bit with something. And make sure that nothing's actually in the hole. So I need that nice and clean because I've just re-threaded that. So just clean any gunk out of that hole there. Hit that nice and clean because it already has the thread pattern in it, and then flatten the rest down again, and I'll just get a bit of index and clean off that. So just a bit of Windex on a rag. This to still be shiny, so I've got to get rid of all that excess of the putty. I don't want it going hard in the wrong areas and ruining the shiny ball. So now we have a new threaded gear lever. So what I've got to do is just let that set, make it, it'll go hard naturally by itself. I'll be able to know when it's hard because this will be hard, a little sample. And when I know that this is hard, I'll know the ball is ready to be used. And that's it. Okay guys, so we gave it time to set while Lockie had a basketball match up the road. As you can see, it has a thread in it now. This has actually gone really hard, so that will hold that shape. the kind of thing if I ever do want to replace, you can actually chip it out with a small chisel and start again if ever required. So let's take off the old one and fingers crossed that this all matches up nicely. Okay, so just going to undo the old one. Put that one there. Just going to put that down, give it plenty of room. Just going to add an additional washer to the size of the white, just so that the white doesn't start crumbling in. Fingers crossed, this is the moment of truth. Hopefully this actually mates onto it perfectly. So far so good. Feels pretty solid. Might go one more. Maybe one more. I'm going to go too far. I want to give it some adjustability. Let's get that line up straight. There we go, that looks about right. And we tighten down this underneath bit and that locks it in place. Just center that washer. Tighten that on. Now I'm not going to go nuts, this is made out of plastic, and so I'm just going to tighten this a little bit, but not, don't be a buffoon. Just because you've got a wrench, you're not a monkey. Just a little bit of tightening. We all know how strong you are, just a little bit, we don't happen to prove anything here. Just to give it that positive friction. Yeah, any more tighter than that, you'll rip the whole thing out of it. So that's on tight now, and that's it. We've gone from this very weathered, sad looking one to a really nice gear lever. It's actually from the Land Rover 2, I believe, Series 2. That's nice, much nicer in the hand. Yeah. That's awesome. Job done. On to the next challenges. See you guys next time.
Remember guys, to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos about the Rover P480. Toodaloo!